Hi, everybody. I'm James, and welcome back to Storytime with James. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. All right, this one is called Adjusting to Life in the Philippines. Yeah, look, I'm not going to lie to you. When I first landed in Manila, I was hooked. I was hooked on the Philippines. Look, the first thing was meeting my future wife, and it was I can't describe how I felt when I met her the first day in real life instead of on video and stuff like that. But it was a beautiful thing. Then I met her family. Actually, we spent the first night over her family's house, and her sister and her brother. But her mother wasn't there. Her mother was in Las Vegas, where she lives. And I had met her on video call numerous times. So it was beautiful. But her sister and brother was very, very welcoming. And I met her kids and her sister, her brother, and everything. Then after that day, we went home, okay? We went home to her house, and everything was beautiful. I'm telling you. We went around everywhere and everything like that, and I got to film and stuff. Now, as far as money, she never asked me for any money. Never asked me for any money. I just looked at what I thought she needed, and then I got it. I just got it, you know. Yeah, I just got it for her. Look, when sending money to the Philippines, Western Union sucks. I'm letting you know. I'll never use Western Union again. But then I used MoneyGram, which was kind of, it was okay. But it you can choose money in minutes, and it'll get there quick enough. But she have to go out to go get it. So then I discovered World Remittance, and World Remittance is a beautiful thing to send cash to someone, because it's just like Cash App. It go to your phone, which is Gcash out in the Philippines, but Cash App is here, and it get there in within seconds, within seconds, most on most occasions. Now, the cultural differences, like, number one is eating. Now, eating with your you could you they eat with their fingers most of the time, and or they use a fork and a spoon, a tinidor and a cuchara. Okay, that's a fork and a spoon. Okay, so they mostly eat with their fingers. So I tried to eat like they eat with my fingers and stuff, and it was cool. It was cool. Here people would judge you if you eat with your fingers, but out there it's a natural thing. Then going to the bathroom. Yes, going to the bathroom is a little bit difficult because there's no tissue out there. But they have tissue. You can buy a roll of tissue from someplace, or you can buy 4 rolls of tissues if you want to. But most of the Filipinos don't have tissue in their bathrooms. You know, so you need to you will use a tabo, and it's like a scooper, like with water, and you pour it on your backside. Keep pouring it on your backside, and then you take soap and wash it. Well, hey, that's their culture. Then disciplining the kids. Disciplining the kid. Discipline is mostly gave to the mother. The mother. So the mother mostly disciplines the kids. Now you can tell them something too. You can tell them to stop and stuff like that. But the mother mostly swats them. So that's it. Then your etiquette in public. Your etiquette in public. Look, in the Philippines, be be expected to wait in line. Wait in line. Wait. Sometimes the lines are long, but nobody complains. You won't hear a Filipino complaining about long lines. At least not in public. Maybe when they get out, they'll be mad and something like that. But they'll never voice their opinion about they taking too long. Like we went to pay internet bill. Oh no, the Wi-Fi. We went to pay the Wi-Fi, and it took so long. But I was patient, and I didn't complain. Because it's not acceptable to complain too much about stuff like that in the Philippines. You know, and the time difference. The Philippines is 15 hours ahead of us, of Central USA. You know, so therefore we are a day ahead of of them. So no, they're a day ahead of us. So when it's Monday there, it's Tuesday here. So yep, the time differences. Yeah, the time differences, man. You be mixed up when you get to the Philippines. When you first get there, you're gonna be mixed up because if you get there at nighttime, it's actually daytime here. Yeah. So you don't know whether to go to sleep or go for a jog or something. You don't you confused. And then you may not be able to sleep at night. You know, maybe the first day, maybe even the second day. You know, but eventually you'll adjust to the time. Then when you come back, then you mixed all up again. So yeah, yeah. Life in the Philippines is it's kind of trying a little bit. But we can adjust to it. If you're one of those who can't accept change, anything to change or nothing like that, then it's not the place for you because it's big change. It's a big cultural change. All right. All right, you guys. Make sure you like, subscribe, and leave me a comment if you like. And hit that bell notification. Hit that bell notification so that you know every time I drop another video. And share, share, share. Share my videos with your family. Share my videos with your friends. Share them with your loved ones. And even share it with your enemies. Peace. Adios. Salamat.